We're here to celebrate the publication of the English translation of this rather wonderful novel called Women of Karantina by our friend Nael Eltoukhy. It's a novel which was, we first heard about it through a review in Ahram Online by Mahmoud Al-Wardani, who wrote a very, very nice review of the Arabic edition. And he called it, among other things, a new twist in the evolution of the form of the Egyptian novel itself. Now you have to be excited by something like that. And indeed it is a very different kind of novel. It is exciting, it's funny, the language is different and innovative. And I just want to introduce our author, Nael Eltoukhy.
شخص غامض يرجح أن أصله يعود إلى الصعيد. ظهر في سماء كوم الشقافة. اسمه محمد حاج. ولم يعرف إلا باسم حاج. لم تعرف عنه حرفة معينة.
He appeared one day in the sky over Qom al-Shu'aib. Muhammad Hadi was his name, but he was only ever known as Hadi. He wasn't known to have a trade. It was said that he was insane, and it's true, he did do strange things. He started with perfectly reasonable stuff, holding a guy up with a sword and taking everything he had on him, fighting with the store owner and coming back at night with his friends to burn the store down, assaulting underage girls and legal girls, all par for the course. Most of us have gotten up to one or the other in our tender years. What was new was the unreasonable stuff, such as, in '92, Harbi stood in the middle of the Corniche Road in Miami holding a deck chair, which he set up and sat down on, staring scornfully at the advancing cars. By some miracle, the cars managed to miss him. Two cops came up and tried to drag him to the pavement. In an instant, he pulled the sword out from under his robe, where he'd strapped it to his waist.
Any questions? The question is about the process of translation.
I remember I sent him a copy before publishing. I sent him a Word copy before publishing, and he read it and he was he liked it very, very much. I think the language here is it's complicated. Something you have a lot of tones in the book, but I think the result is wonderful. Of course, there is no Amaya in English, but he tried to be maybe more vulgar. Tried to use more vulgar accent in translation. But there is another thing that there was some hints in the novel. In some points, I refer to a TV show, Royal Beidal. So it's impossible to translate. I gave up from the beginning. It's impossible to translate. But outside this, and concerning the tones, I think it's very successful work.
The question is, where did the inspiration for the characters come from?
About the feminine characters, I think it's from the real life. Anytime when I walk in Cairo, I see maybe this woman with niqab and arguing all the time and fighting all the time and taking bus and making all the masculine things. The inspiration, I think, it's about how can you be a woman and a traditional woman in Cairo and be so powerful at the same time. I'm very fan of this character. And this character also is full of contradictions. You can't say something and you can't say the opposite of it in the same sentence. So it's for me, it's a very good inspiration. How you can say opposite things in the same time, but you have some mysterious logic in your mind. tried in the book to solve this logic, how they think, how they talk. About the masculine characters, because I am a man, so it was more simple. Let's talk about Abu Amira. It's a main character in the book. Abu Amira is a master of Ali. He teaches him all the time how to act and how to become a boss. Abu Amira is he's not educated as Ali, but he has the experience of life that he delivers all the time to him. And Ali feels admiration for him all the time. Ali looks at him as the boss of him. So it's a very nice thing to me to see this connection between two guys, but it's like master and student, and how the things delivers from one to another. And there is another characters I was inspired from movies or TV shows. If you read the book, you will see the TV shows or the pop art in general is a great source of inspiration. I lived in Alexandria, and I know it very much. And I needed a place. Then the characters traveled to. Okay, they started in Cairo and then traveled to Alexandria, which I know very much. And in the process in writing itself, there was an idea why not to challenge the idea about the cosmopolitan Alexandria. This came while writing. It wasn't before. While writing, I realized that there is a huge myth about Alexandria. It's cosmopolitan, and I agree with this. It was cosmopolitan and became not. I agree with this, but I had to tell another story of Alexandria.
In one of the reviews, it says that you create something unprecedented in the history of Arabic novel. Do you think that's accurate, and why do you think you've written a different type of Arabic novel?
It's a very complicated question because I'm not the guy who wrote the review. I know that this genre or this way of writing is somehow new in the Arabic literature because of sense of humor is all the time is defined as a second degree source of imagination or inspiration. And while writing, about my writing as well, I think all the time why not to use this sense of humor in an artistic work. So I think it's somehow new, but there was before me there was somebody who used it in a very good way. Imel Habibi and Sunallah Ibrahim maybe.
Can you talk a little about humor? Why you think humor is so important in your story? And why are you using humor as a tool?
Because, I don't know, because humor is amusing. I like it, and I have a good sense of humor in Arabic, so why not using it? I think that I use sense of humor because many writers describe the work, the book as a sarcastic book, but I think not. Its sense of humor, it's not sarcastic, and there is one friend, a friend of mine who tell me that because sense of humor is more bari, it's more innocent. When I become sarcastic, I have a target and shoot on it. But sense of humor, no, I have the whole world as a target.